Hello, and welcome and happy Saturday, everyone. Hopping on about 6 minutes earlier than I'm scheduled to be, only to really take care of all the back end stuff. Want to remind you to go ahead and share, like, and comment on today's show. I'm going to move up my banner just a little bit so you'll see more of me. Anyway, so again, like I said, I do want you to share, like, and comment just like I'm about to do, and then I will introduce myself. So bear with me just a moment. I just want to make sure the comments show up and that we're streaming where we need to be streaming. Introduce myself. So bear with me just a moment. And I know that the last time I had gone live over the week, what was it, a couple of days ago, I had Kitty and I had some technical challenges. And I don't know if that's because I didn't indicate that we were on StreamYard. And I don't know if that just sort of threw everything off. So I just really want to make sure I'm hitting all ends possible. So this way here, there's no troubles here. All right. So I just go ahead and made sure that I was streaming, that I checked in. Okay. Perfect. All right. So now I'm going to go and make sure I'm streaming where I need to be. I'm going to start off with Twitter. So for my Twitter users, also known as the X now, not Twitter anymore. Gotta get in the habit of saying that. And then I will get right into our program for today. It's a juicy program for that matter. So I am streaming on X right now. So if you are watching on formerly known as Twitter, now known as X, please go ahead and hit that little X that little heart button to let me know that you are there. And I'm super excited to be here with you. I'm going to go and make sure I'm on YouTube. So for my YouTube followers, now I'm hoping, because I know that there's been a few of you who've asked about the, I forget what it's actually called, where the words float across the screen. I do hope that that's running for you today. And this way here, you'll be able to read it as opposed to having to listen to it. So I'm hoping that that's working for you. I'm not really sure on my end what there's for me to do about that on my end. If that's just something, who knows? Don't really know. Anyway, so I am seeing that I am running live on my YouTube channel. So welcome all of you who are there. And then I'm going to go land on my Facebook page. And I'm hoping that there'll be a few of you who come and join me tonight while I'm live. And I'm going to get ready into our topic. Right, so let's see if I can do this now. I think that's the secret here. I am now able to share on my page, so I'm going to go and share there. So I'm just sharing on some of my pages, on some of my private group pages, letting you know that I'm live, and you'll be able to watch that. And I want to see if I can get this here as well. Oops. Alrighty, let's see how that works. And then I'm just gonna holler some people in to see who is around. Some of my regulars, for that matter. I always like to buzz them in here as well and see who shows up. And if you show, that's great. And if you're not able to, you get to watch it on the replay. All right, so it seems to be that things are flowing. Let's see how it all goes. All right, there we have it. So let's see who joins me tonight. So let me give a welcome. Let me introduce myself before I get carried away and into the topic. So for those of you who may not know who I am, Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, the founder of Holistic Fitness, located right here in Queens, New York. I am your holistic integrated teacher, your holistic certified and licensed personal trainer, Reiki master, Reiki reader, Reiki teacher, card creator, card reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology. The list goes on and goes on and goes on. And I'm super excited to be here with you on the 2nd of March. I cannot believe we were actually in March at this very moment. Very excited about this. What I do want to do is I want to give a shout out, and I just want to show it. For those of you who are interested, let me get this up there. Let me show this out. All right. Everything, or should I say most of everything that I'm going to be chatting about today You will also be able to find an article about most of the topic that I will be sharing in Your Success magazine, which is published by Rich Parsons. It's coming out on March 4th. So those of you who do not have access or have not heard about the magazine, please reach out to Rich, or you can reach out to me. This is a magazine that is available virtually. It's an e-magazine, so if you would like to get to read it, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to share in the link over to you. And for that matter, if you're interested in writing for this magazine, please go ahead and reach out to Rich. He is on Facebook. You just type his name in. I'm actually going to tag him on this post right now, so he does know that I am chatting about him. I always like to tag people that I am mentioning in my live, so they do know that I'm chatting about them. So I'm going to take that off. I'm hoping by now you see the name, Your Success Magazine. That comes out the first Monday of the month, and this issue comes out on March 4th. Happens to be my birthday, by the way, folks, on March 4th. So I'm very excited about that. And so today's topic is all about march forward and heal. March forward and heal. Yes, march forward and heal. What does that actually mean, march forward and heal? Well, what it means is by taking a step forward, especially in the month of March. This is a very powerful month because there is a lot of transitions happening this month, moving us in to retrograde season, as we will begin our first retrograde as of April 1st, and I'll have a live about that to share about that. And just a lot of transitioning going on this month. So just to dive into some important dates I'd like you to know about. As we already know, it is March. March itself, when we add the month of March, which is the third month, the number 3 carries the energy of the communicator, the teacher, the student, the expressive, is that such a word? Yeah, self-expressive. It's also about spirit communication. So you may start to notice, if you haven't noticed it already, that perhaps you're starting to experience, as I like to call them, psychic hits is what I like to call them. And what that just really means is that you're starting to notice that there's something a little different than usual, meaning that maybe you have the ability where you're starting to hear things, people, different voices, and you know that you're the only one in the room, and you're starting to get curious of like, what is that about? Or maybe your sense of smell is becoming a lot stronger. I was having a conversation today, and the person I was chatting with, he had asked me if I move something out of a room, and I was like, no, why would I move that out of a room? And because all of a sudden I'm no longer smelling what it was I was smelling when it was there. And I had mentioned to him, when he was mentioning that he was starting to smell this real strong perfume scent, I had mentioned to him that there's a good probability what he's really picking up on is a spirit. And he was a little hesitant on receiving that as being the answer. And yet today, when he spoke to me about it, he says, it's a possibility of that might be what that was, because now I'm no longer smelling that really strong perfume scent, yet that's still in the space. And I was like, yes. So that could be what's happening to you guys too. So pay attention, because that could very well be an activation for you at this time, where with the month of March, your psychic abilities may be opening up. When we talk about the month of March, at least the first half of March, we literally are in Pisces season. Pisces happens to carry the vibration of the intuitive, the empath, the medium. So again, for those of us who are Pisces, Sun, Moon, Horizon, we are very sensitive beings. And that itself plays a big role when we think about it. I'm just writing down some numbers here, so bear with me a minute. So with that information, when we talk about March and the energy that this carries for us, it's a good probability that, yes, your psychic abilities may start to activate. You may start to notice things being a lot different than they've ever been before. Now, when we take the number 8, which is from 2024, that energy in itself, when we think about that energy, the 8 carries the vibration of abundance, harmony, balance, compassion, joy, bringing things together. And when you add both the 3 and the 8 together, you get an 11. So March does carry the vibration of the 11. In numerology, the number 11 is known as a master number. That master number, it means the master healer. So for the month of March, this is about holding the vibration of the master healer. What is the master healer? What exactly does that mean as the master healer? Master healer is someone who holds space for others to begin to move into their healing potential. That we hold space, we hold light, we hold the ability for others because we have experienced some intensive healing that we now get to share and help others move into that light as well. So that's what this entire month's about. There's been a lot of chatting in regards to those who are healers. This is the time now to shine your light because there's going to be a lot more people coming through, moving into their healing role as well. So if you are a healer, if you've been known to help others activate their healing abilities, if you have special gifts, this is your opportunity now to really shine your light as bright as you can shine it. So those who need support on their journey during this month know where to look. So pay attention to that and be open to that as well. So that's the power of this March energy for the entire month, not just for the half a month when we're in Pisces. It's the entire month of the entire period from March 1st right to March 31st. And let's talk a little bit about the energy of March 3rd, the 3-3 energy. Now, in theory, when we talk about master numbers, 11, 22, and 33 are known as the master numbers. Most people carry the 11 and 22 could carry the 11 and 22 based on their birthday. So if you're born on the 11th date, you're born on the 22nd, you're born in November, you're carrying that master energy number. There's very few people that carry the energy of 33 as a master healer. It could be a life path number, and even the life path number of 33, there's very few that carry that life path of 33, and if they do, they are carrying a very strong and powerful energy as someone that is and very well may sacrifice themselves to hold light for others. The number 33 does carry the vibration of Jesus, the Buddha, and the High Priestess. Now, those who are born on March 3rd, that 3-3 energy, they are the ones who come the closest to carrying that 33 vibration. So if you do happen to know anybody who is born on March 3rd, and I happen to know a handful of people who are born on March 3rd, they do carry a very high vibration. And because they carry a high vibration as a sacrificer, they may very well experience some strong, intensive healing evolutions in their lifetime. So pay attention to those people, and if you happen to know them and they are adults, ask them about their journey. Ask them what they've experienced in their lifetime, and I would almost guarantee you they've experienced some intensive stuff based on holding that vibration. Now, of course, if they're a younger generation, just pay attention to what they experience in their lifetime until they can start really navigating through that 3-3 energy. Then in addition to March 3rd, we also have March 4th. Now, if you pay attention to every day of the month, every day of the year, March is the only month that actually tells you to do something, which is March 4th. March forward. March forth to something. So March, besides it being the energy of the 11, where it's about the master healer, it is also a very strong energy of literally telling you to move one foot in front of the other and not to stand still. So there's some powerful energy to this month in itself. In fact, theoretically speaking, when you think about the military is very common for this expression of marching forward. In fact, if you do get a chance to read my article that is featured in Your Success magazine, I speak a little about that energy there, that information there. So that's definitely worth your while to go and read about my article. So I'm not going to be a buzzkill for that. Go ahead and check out my article in Your Success Magazine. Again, that comes out on Monday, on March 4th, which is not too far away. I'm really excited to share that article with everyone who does get to read it. So yes, so we're going to be marching forward in the month of March, and good reason too, because this is a very strong and juicy month. This is a juicy month leading us to a very powerful, very fun, very exciting months to come. As I'm sure you've heard, many practitioners, healers, astrologers, Reiki practitioners, anyone who's out there sharing their message as quote-unquote healers, we are constantly talking about how going forward over the next give and take 2 to 5 years, things are going to start to look very different in our world. And to confirm that for sure, by the time we move into 2030, how we see our world is not what it's going to look like. It's going to be very different. So, and we are all moving into that evolution anyway, which is why we're very different too. Every one of us, our frequencies are elevating and our dimensions are elevating. And I'm sure you've heard me use that word. We are really moving out of that 3D energy, the three-dimensional energy, where we're only focused on what we can see. We are really becoming more interested and intrigued by what's called the 5-dimension energy. And the 5-dimension energy means that we are tapping into our abilities to hear, see, feel, smell, and even taste. And when I use the word taste, that means you're able to taste, let's say, a specific dish that a loved one made, and you know we're around food. And all of a sudden you get that taste in your mouth. Like, why is it all of a sudden I'm tasting whatever that food is? And that's the ability, that's that connection that we do have. That's that 5D energy. It's a very exciting energy. And more and more of us are moving into that energy. And also pay attention to your children, because your children are very sensitive to this energy. So I mentioned this in my last life, I believe, when I was here chatting with you, to pay attention to your children. If your children are talking to you about the possibilities of an quote-unquote an imaginary friend, or they keep hearing voices, or can you listen to this, or whatever, pay attention to them. Take them seriously, because they are definitely tapping into some of their spiritual gifts as well. I see I have Kitty here. Kitty, say hello to me. Let me know that you are here. Ah, there we go. I can see your message. Lovely. Kitty, I figured out the problem to why we were not live on most pages and why we were not seeing messages is because I did not indicate that we were on StreamYard. So that is the cue. That is the most important part of it. So anyway, as mentioned, when we think about this energy of March, marching forward. So we just talked about the energy of March 3rd, March 4th. I want to talk a little bit about some other energies, and I'm going to dive into the 12-card forecast for this month of March and what's in store for all of us. So the next big energy day that's coming through, believe it or not, I want to make sure I have this going on right on my dates, because I always write things out of order, out of sequence, but I want to stay on track. So let's talk about March 9th, when Mercury will be entering into Aries, because right now Mercury is in Pisces, which again, that's about that spirit communication. That's allowing us, giving us the opportunity to really tap into this ability to speak with spirit. So do not be afraid of connecting with spirit. It's a beautiful gift. So many of us have. So many of us are aware of our spiritual gifts. Not everybody's using their spiritual gifts. So it's really important to start. If you don't have a network of people that you can trust and feel safe enough to connect with your spirits, reach out to me. I can be that mentor for you, and I can also connect you with other people that are very much into this energy as well. So when we think about Mercury entering Aries on March 9th, it will also be going retrograde in Aries, which will take place on April 1st, right through April 24th. In fact, that's when we're going to begin the retrograde season up again, because we've been in a retrograde freeze cycle, and they will start up again. For those of you, if that word retrograde is new to you, just know that what retrograde means is the energy of the planet. Any planet that goes into retrograde, the energy of that planet slows down, giving us time to reflect on what's to come through. And when Mercury enters Aries, it's going to be that very powerful time to reflect on self, because Aries is associated with first house. And it's about self. It's about who you are and how you speak and who you want to speak to, because Mercury, again, is about communication. It's about being the teacher. It's about being the student. It's a very powerful time to start reflecting on how you want to be seen in the world. When we also talk about Aries energy, let's not forget that we do have the North Node and Chiron in Aries. So that energy with Mercury being in Aries and then retrograding, that may very well activate or stimulate some of your childhood stories as well. So pay attention, and I encourage you to keep a journal during that period of time, especially when Mercury enters its retrograde. Could be a really good time to journal whatever's showing up for you, and it's a perfect opportunity to really make that connection between your childhood and spirit communication. What a balance. I love that idea. So that will be taking place on March 9th. And in addition to March 9th, when Mercury enters Aries, we also have on March 10th, we have the super new moon energy in Pisces, because keep in mind, we still will be in Pisces energy. The new moon is about doing things new, moving forward, activating some new ideas. And it's a super new moon. Now, we're familiar with super full moons. We're not really familiar with a super new moon. For me, what that just says is that this is super extra power. So you're going to be able to utilize your superpowers during the new moon in Pisces. This is taking place at 5 a.m. and it's also daylight savings for those of us who are who experience that wonky time of season when the sun is going to be out longer. Thank goodness. I hope they eventually just keep it that way. Anyways, so that's taking place on March 10th as well at 5 a.m. Very fun time. Make sure that if you want to cleanse your crystals, get all your crystals out. Now, I always laugh about that expression because I'm like, oh my God, if I had to cleanse my crystals, all of them, and bring them out by my window ledge, that would be an intense job. And the most important time to actually cleanse crystals are during a full moon, because the moon's light is actually hitting onto it as well. But either one works well. The next important date I want to bring to your attention is on March 11th, when Venus enters Pisces. Now, right now, Venus is in Aquarius. Venus doesn't like to be in Aquarius. It's not its happy place. It's a great time for collaboration, yet not a great time for meeting your soul partner. And I talk about that in my article as well in your Success magazine. Once Venus enters into Pisces, oh my God, it's going to be like heaven, because it loves to be there. And that takes place on March 11th at 5:50 p.m. Eastern Time, and will stay there until April 4th. So it's a really powerful time in reference to embracing business, embracing relationships, tapping into your higher self, utilizing your superpowers with this Venus energy. If you are looking to make any changes with your appearance, such as changing the color of your hair, changing your makeup, whatever, when Venus is in Pisces, it's a perfect time to do just that. It's also a really great time, again, to start up a exercise routine, because that's a period of time where it is connected with your body, or start something new with your exercise routine. So if you have this desire to want to work with a personal trainer, you might want to reach out to me for that. So that's an awesome time. And it's about bringing a deeper connection to your empathy, your psychic abilities, your, as I said, spirit communication when Venus enters Pisces. Then two last things I want to talk about, so it's not the last thing. The next big move that's taking place during the month of March will happen with Mars on March 22nd. Now, by March 22nd, the sun itself will no longer be in Pisces, But we will still have lots of energy in Pisces though, because we'll still have Venus in Pisces. We'll have obviously we'll have Mars in Pisces at this point on March 22nd. Mercury at that point will no longer be in Pisces, and nor will the Sun. So on March 22nd, Mars enters Pisces. Now, what does that mean for us when Mars enters Pisces? Mars is about action. Mars is about strength. Mars is about endurance. Mars is about get up and go. It's a fire energy. So again, this is another opportunity where you may be inspired to really want to tap into your psychic gifts with Mars being in Pisces. So it's a really great time. Mars enters Pisces at 7:17 p.m. Eastern Time. And I believe we'll stay in Pisces until April 30th, and then Mars will enter Aries as well. So this is a powerful, powerful time of energy where we do have a lot going on with Pisces. And I do believe we have some magnificent energy that's going to be coming through very shortly. I don't have the exact date in front of me. Something with Mars, not Mars, I forget which one it is. I think it might be, not even sure, but there's some powerful energy. Let me take a peek at my calendar for a minute. Something with Neptune coming together very soon. That's going to be a big highlighter. Hello there, Anne. Nice to see you with me. Let me see if I can find that information immediately. Otherwise, if not, I'll come back and do a different live. I'll say that for a different day because I don't have that information in front of me. So anyway, and now the final part until I start drawing cards for everybody. Let's also remember that we have the full moon taking place in Libra. That's our lunar eclipse. That takes place at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And let's remember that the south node is in Libra energy. So that's going to definitely activate your south node energy, just as the energy when Mercury enters into Aries, where when we have all this energy going on in Aries, that's going to activate the north node and your Chiron moon. So lots going on here. Remember that full moon definitely playing a big role in regards to bringing more balance into your energy, bringing more balance. And when I speak of balance, and when I speak of Pisces energy in itself, even though it is going to be taking place in Libra, and at that time we will already have the sun in Aries, what I think of when I hear balance is balancing the physical and spiritual realm coming together as one, because we are not separate. We should not be working these in two different entities. We really should be working them together. So it's a powerful time, and the full moon in Libra takes place on March 25th, and just make a note of it now. You can put it on your date, March 24th, which is a Sunday. I will be holding my full moon circle on Zoom at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you'd like to participate, like to join that, please message me and I'll send you all the information in regards to what's involved with that full moon circle. I want to say hello to everyone who's popping in. I see I have Amy here as well. I am just about going to get ready to start reading the cards for all the 12 zodiac signs and bringing this all together, bridging it together, because that's what this energy for March is about. It's really about a bridging things together to help us tap into our spiritual connection and tapping into the collaborations that we do have with one another. It's a very powerful time. And it's also a very big time in reference to the transitions that we're about to experience going forward. On what day is it? Let me see something. When's the first day of spring? Spring is coming soon. Is that March 19th? When is the first day of spring? I don't see it on my calendar. When is the first day of spring? I'm not sure. Anyway, we do have spring coming. So that itself, there's a transition happening there. So we're moving out of winter and getting ready for spring, at least on the East Coast. So March is a big, busy month of transitions. Pay attention to the energies that's coming through. I know we are on the second day of March, and lots to look forward to. Let me get these cards going. We're just about 29 minutes in. And let's see what we have in store for each zodiac sign. Let's see what you need to know. And if you are new to my 12 card spread, this is how it's going to work. You're going to hopefully look at your sun, moon, and ascending sign. Pay attention to those. You'll probably be working with 3 cards. Unless, of course, you're what I like to call a triple threat, which means you have one zodiac sign for all 3 cards. Or maybe you have 2 of the same card and 1 separate, meaning maybe your sun and moon are in the same zodiac sign and your ascending is different. So if that's the case, you'll work with 2 cards. And maybe you're like me that has a different zodiac sign for my sun, moon, and ascendant. That means I have 3 cards to play with. Now, it doesn't mean that you're always guaranteed to get 3 different chakras to work with. You may end up working with the same chakra. Who knows how this is going to roll out. So let's see what's in store. I welcome you to come back when this is over with your notebook and pen and write down the notes. This way here you can come back and work on this. You have the entire period of when the sun is in Pisces right through March 19th, March 20th, depending on the timing, to work with this energy because this is a Pisces reading. So this is a Pisces reading for all the zodiac signs. Let's see what's in store for our Aries. And keep in mind for you, Aries, there's a lot going on for you this month, this season, because of that Mercury entering Aries in your sign, and then that full moon that's happening in Libra, which is the opposition of your sign. So lots going on for you guys. So let's see for Aries. So perfect. So for our Aries, this is a great time to start cleaning up your clutter. Cleaning up your clutter is what I'm hearing, and it's also a perfect time for new relationships. So getting out there, meeting and greeting, schedule some time to get in for professional reasons, schedule some time for meetups, and for personal reasons, get out there and get together with your friends. New relationships coming through. 28, that works out to reduce to a 10, which is about your soul's work that you're here to do. So those new relationships that are coming through, the idea is to assure that they are going to be there to support you on your journey. You want to hang out with people that are going to praise you, cheer you on, and encourage you to take the leap of faith. Considering, again, March is about moving forward. Then when we look at that 10 is about new beginnings, new opportunities, new doors opening up. So that's our Aries energy. It's that red. It's the root chakra. So when you think about your root chakra, it's about getting grounded. What do you need to do to get grounded? Do you need to literally sit your behind down on the ground or in the grass to ground your energy, to focus more, not be so distracted, not purposely distract yourself so you don't hear anything? In fact, I was chatting with a Aries friend of mine the other day, and while I was sitting with her, I was getting a lot of information from her sister who crossed over, and she asked me, she goes, how do you do that? I said, well, to start off with, I'm still. So because I'm still, the energy comes through and I can hear. And then she goes, well, how do I do that? I said, you got to be still. You got to stop purposely being busy and open up your abilities to listen. And we all have the ability to listen. We all have the ability to connect with spirit. You just have to sometimes tell yourself to slow down, sit still, shut the radio, shut the TV, shut down the distractions, and allow yourself to just be open to what spirit has. And if you are looking to connect with a loved one that's crossed over and you happen to have something that they either wore or a bracelet or whatever it is, hold that while you're sitting quietly, because now you're connecting with their energy anyway, and see if that helps you out. So again, that's for all Aries. The story I just shared theoretically is actually from a conversation I had with a friend. Hello there, Michelle. How are you? Nice to see you here. I'm just starting the 12 card spread, so you're just hopping in at the right time. Those of you who are here, go ahead and put if you happen to know your sun, moon, and ascending sign, put that in the comments. So this way here, when I'm reading the sign that's yours, I can direct it to you. All right, so that's our Aries card. So for all our Aries, ground your energy, new relationships coming through, personally and professionally. And remember that your soul's work. You really just want to connect with people, whether it's personally or professionally, who are going to support you on your journey, who's going to literally help you move into your next direction. You do not want naysayers in your energy anymore. That's not what this energy is about. All right, as we do get ready to move into Taurus, know that you Taurus, this is about community. This is about getting out there. And keep in mind that we do still have Uranus and Jupiter in your sign, so there's a lot of awakening going on. So yes, you may be one of those zodiac signs out there that are starting to really wake up to that connection with spirit. It is definitely a big expansion time for you. Remember, because Jupiter happens to be in your sign right now. So there may be lots of things going on for you. You may be a little overwhelmed. You'll be a little distracted. You are an earth sign, so you are very much connected to the earth. So if you are feeling a little confused with all this energy that's around you right now, just allow yourself to stay connected to the earth. So your card is manifestation. This is a perfect time for manifesting. With this energy that we do have in March right now, all this energy in Pisces, this is a great and perfect time for manifesting. Whatever it is you're looking to manifest, whatever your dreams are, perfect time for manifesting. Number 19, again, reduces down to a 10. So this is about your soul's work. Your soul's work. So remember, whatever it is you're thinking about, whatever your dreams are telling you, this is a perfect time for manifesting. The crown chakra. This is about opening the door to spirit. This is about literally calling in your spirit guides, calling in your loved ones, calling in your angels, calling in your fairies. If you're not sure who your angels are, what I am hearing for some of you in regards to this is for Taurus, call in Archangel Metron is what I'm hearing. Call in Archangel Metron. I think that's how we say his name. Call in Archangel Metron. Also, Gabrielle is another one to call in. This is for Taurus. So tap into their energy to help you manifest whatever it is that's showing up. Pay attention to your dreams as well. A lot of messages coming through there to help you manifest this energy that you're looking to manifest. So I'm loving that for our Taurus. As we move into our Geminis, and I don't know if you're still here with me. Thank you, Anne, for that happy early birthday. If you are still here with me, let me know, because we're on your sun energy right now. So we speak of Gemini energy. Remember that Mercury is the ruler of Gemini, and when Mercury starts its transit out of Pisces into Aries, that's going to be a lot of energy flowing in Gemini's energy. Right now, Mercury is in Pisces, so this is a powerful time for that spirit communication and your soul's work. What is your soul's work? So for you, and specifically, pay attention to when when Mercury enters into Aries, because that may very well activate a lot of work for you to be doing, especially during its retrograde period, which takes place as of April 1st through April 24th. That's its retrograde. So let's see what's in store for our Geminis. Geminis, new beginnings. And it's so funny that so far I've read for 3 signs, and all of you have the number 10 going on. All of you have the number 10 going on. So we talk about that 10 energy. That is about a new beginning. It's about your soul's work. All this energy with March right now is about our soul's work. Spirit connection, spirit communication is about our soul's work. Every one of us, doesn't matter who we are, we all have soul's work to make that connection between the spiritual realm and the physical realm. So if you are not yet connecting with spirit, this is the time to really start tapping into that energy. This is your crown. Perfect time for meditation as well. So schedule meditation onto your calendar. I would recommend meditating at least 3 to 4 times a week, 10 minutes a day. Also paying attention to your dream state as well. Lots of information coming through. Those dreams are going to give you messages that's going to open up new doors. Remember, new beginnings coming through. New beginnings coming through. So pay attention to that for Gemini. This is your soul's work. This is new beginnings regarding your soul's work. If you are at a crossroad in your life right now for Geminis, that's a good thing. There's a new beginning coming through. This month of March is about doors opening. Remember, the title of today is March Forward and Heal. If you're going to plan to stay in one spot and get stuck because of your fears, you're going to miss out on your opportunities. So make sure you're putting one foot in front of the other and start healing. Our Cancers. So for you Cancers, this is about truth telling. This is about, it's time to let go of your secrets. It's time to open up the book of your secrets and let them out. There's no need to hold on to your secrets anymore. Tap into your spirit guides to ask them to support you as you begin to speak your truth. This is also a really good time for Cancers in regards to dream state as well. So notebook and pen at your bedside so you can jot down whatever it is you need to jot down. Big spirit communication hits coming through for Cancers. So pay attention to that. Higher wisdom, traveling in your sleep state, traveling in your daydream state. Lots of information coming through. Pay attention to if you get sudden humming in the ear. If all of a sudden your ear gets clogged. Another one I'm hearing is a sense of smell. Pay attention to that too. If all of a sudden you become very sensitive to smells, perfumes, colognes, pay attention to that. It may not be about the people around you. It may just be spirit coming through. In fact, I'll share a very interesting story. Other day, as I was sitting with my hairdresser, all of a sudden, and there were no children. I want to point this out. There were no children in the room. All of a sudden, I started smelling Play-Doh. Now, I can't tell you the last time I smelled Play-Doh. But there I was sitting under the hair dryer as my hair was getting done. And I just looked at her and I says, does Play-Doh mean anything to you? And her eyes got so big and she goes, oh my God, why do you ask me about Play-Doh? I said, because I'm smelling it all of a sudden. It was so strong. And she goes, my sister and I played with Play-Doh all the time. In fact, my sister loved playing with Play-Doh. I was like, oh. And she says to me, she goes, what does that mean? I said, well, I get a sense that your sister's with us because I'm smelling Play-Doh. And then there was some other conversations that took place as well, confirming that her sister was definitely with us. I had lots of messages for my hairdresser from her sister, and my hairdresser was very delighted to experience this encounter that I was having with her sister. I always like to let the people know that I'm talking about, let them know, I tagged them. I want to tag her, because I do know she's on Facebook. I just have to find her. Let me finish writing out her name, might help. There we go. I'm going to tag one other person. Oh, I think I tagged the wrong person. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I think I tagged somebody that I was not intending on tagging, but that's okay. All is good. I definitely tagged the wrong person, but that's okay. And I don't know how to untag somebody. Or maybe I do. There we go. Deleted that. That was a good save. Alrighty. I'm going to tag one other person who may be interested in that conversation that I just mentioned. And I'm going to get back on track. I saw her name before, but now I can't find it. I love when that happens. All right. Anyways. Not to get distracted. Anyway, so like I was saying, so for Cancers out there, pay attention, notebook and pen by your bedside. Dreams are going to be very powerful. It's definitely time to work on releasing your secrets. It's definitely time to work from your higher wisdom. Connect with your spirit guides. Let's see what card shows up for our Cancers. Makes sense. Higher self. Makes sense for Cancers. Your higher self is guiding you through this journey. Higher self is guiding you. So when you're feeling a little overwhelmed by all the energy that's coming through, because again, Cancer is a water sign, so very sensitive as well, very empathic, very nurturing. Connect with your higher self. That 11 energy is about your master. And remember, the whole month of March carries the energy of that 11 as the master healer. So this is definitely a month of healing. Purple energy is tapping in, that door opening to your higher self. So this is for Cancer energy. Those of you who may be carrying Sun, Moon, or Ascending sign in Cancer, this is your card. So this is about also connecting with your community. Perhaps you might be drawn to going to Reiki circles. You might be drawn to going to a Reiki session. You may be drawn to really get to know who you are from a master healing perspective. So that's a powerful energy coming through for Cancer. Loving that. All right, we have our Leos. And remember, you Leos out there, because we are in the age of Aquarius, for the next 23 years, you Leos are going to you're going to continue to feel whatever you're feeling because you're the opposition sign. So it's a big sign for you. This is about things are coming to an end and new things are coming in and major transformations happening. So that's big energy for our Leos. And we also want to remind Leos that the sun rules your energy. So anytime the sun gets ready to transit from one zodiac sign to the next, one zodiac sign to the next, that plays a big role in your energy too. Just like, for example, with Cancers, when the moon transits from one zodiac sign to another, Cancers feel that too. Oh, there goes the card for our Leos. Powerful, powerful. And yes, Leos, you are powerful. You are powerful. You have the roar of the lion, is what I just heard. This is an extremely powerful time for you right now. This is about trusting your gut intuition. This is about being aligned with all that there is. Do not fret over anything that's going on. Do not fear anything that's going on. The fears will only delay what's coming through. This is a powerful month for Leo. That 4-4 is a big reminder that you are being supported. Your spirit guides are right there. If you ever see the number, whether it's 4-4 or the 4-4, that is your spirit guides reminding you that they are there supporting you, guiding you, and holding your hands to take you to where you have to go. That 4-4 reduces down to an 8, which again is about harmony. It's about balance. It's about compassion. It's about joy. It's about being in your power for our Leos. I'm loving that energy for our Leos. Perfect, perfect. As we move into our Virgos, this recent full moon we just had was in Virgo. And now with the sun being in Pisces, it's the opposition. So all the energy that's going on in Pisces right now, for you Virgos, you're definitely feeling that as well. This is definitely a time for you to bring in more balance, bring in more time to rest, bring in more time to meditate. Organizing your space so you don't have chaos around you. I don't know about you guys, but when there's just too much going on, if I'm in a space where there's lots of people or lots of things, it gets me a little overwhelming. And I'm sure that would be the same for our Virgos as well. So very important to organize your space so you can have more calmness in your day. So let's see what's in store for our Virgos. Let's see. Virgo. This card showed up just a second ago. Our higher self just showed up just a little while ago. Oh, our Cancers had higher self. Now our Virgos have higher self. I always say anytime a card shows up twice or several times in one reading, it's usually a message for all of us as well. So not just for our Virgos, but for all of us. This is about making the connection with your higher self, especially during our Pisces season of tapping into our intuition. For our Virgos, this is really about that 11 energy, reminding yourself that you are a master healer, and it is really about that connection. So really make some time to sit quietly, connect with a loved one, so you can find that balance within yourself of the physical, the spiritual, and really tapping into your higher self during this time. Perhaps during this season, you may also want to wear a little bit of purple to activate that energy within you so you can bring that balance, the physical and the spiritual, bringing it together. That's how Virgo energy. Love that for our Virgos. As we get ready to move into our Libras, remember Libras, you do have a full moon coming up in your sign, and that is definitely activating the South Node energy for you guys. This is a definite time to bring more balance into your mind, body, and spirit. scheduling time to take care of you, scheduling time to prepare your meals, scheduling time to hydrate your body with water, scheduling time to move your body. Strength training is extremely important right now. Scheduling time to meditate, scheduling time to stretch your body, scheduling time for those deep breathing exercises, bringing yourself back to your breath. This is the time for that. This is really about connecting with your physical body during this season. During that connection with your physical body, that's going to bring you more awareness into your spiritual connection. So let's see what's in store for our Libras. Success. That's a nice one. Success for our Libras, and that's perfect for our Libras when we think about it. When you begin to trust your intuition, which is what March is all about, when we think about it, especially in Pisces season, this is about tapping into your spiritual awakening. This is about recognizing the success that shows up easily for you. That 8 is about the infinity. It's about balance. It's about abundance. So this is a nice message for our Libras. So I'm loving that for our Libras. Pay attention to that. Trust, trust, trust. Use this full moon Libra to help you release what you need to release. Pay attention to all the energy that will be coming through during that Mercury, once Mercury enters Aries, which is your opposition sign. Pay attention to when when Mercury does retrograde, because that's going to be a big player for you as well to help you move through and release what you need to release so you can have more success in your life. So pay attention to that for you Libras out there. I know a few Libras right now that would really love this card. That yellow energy is about tapping into your intuition, trusting your intuition. Allow your intuition to guide you. Do not second guess your intuition. Love that for our Libras. All right. I'm trying to pick up my cards here. So let's talk about our Scorpios. Right now, I know a lot of Scorpios, and a lot of Scorpios are undergoing some massive changes right now. Massive change. Are you a Scorpio, and are you going through some changes right now? What changes are you going through? Where are your changes coming from? Are they coming from your physical body? Are you experiencing changes with work? Are you experiencing changes with where you live? Where is your changes coming through? This is a time of change for Scorpio. This is a time for some big transactions for our Scorpios. So let's see what's in store for our Scorpios and help them be able to put one foot in front of the other so they can transition and do what they need to do so they don't get stuck. They don't get afraid. This is definitely a perfect time to take a leap of faith is what I hear for Scorpios. One more shuffle. For Scorpios, it's a karmic completion. Karmic completion. So this change that's coming through for Scorpios is about a karmic completion. You're completing a cycle. That's a biggie for our Scorpios. Very important to get grounded so you don't get caught up in your fears. And if you do have a fear that comes in regards to something that's changing, use your fear as your fuel. Do it anyway. That one is reminding you that this is about self. This is about who you are. This change is extremely important. It's going to empower who you are in regards to being seen as who you really are. It's time to allow the limelight to shine on you. Move through this karmic completion. This is a powerful, powerful energy for our Scorpios. I love it for our Scorpios. I'm actually going to tag a few Scorpios on this one. Actually, I won't. I'll just send the YouTube video out to them. So for you Scorpios, this is a very powerful time, a karmic completion, big change coming in. Allow yourself to step and leap, step and leap, step and leap. This is all about who you are. Setting that first impression is so important. It's time to take the mask off because you've completed a cycle. Love that. Love that. Love that for our Scorpios. And let's not forget that Pluto being Aquarius, and Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio, that makes a lot of sense because, again, Aquarius is about the vision that we all hold for ourselves, And for you Scorpios, what vision do you have for yourself? And can you move one foot in front of the other so you can change and transform into that vision you want to be? Love that for our Scorpios. Our Sagittarius. What's going on for our Sag? I want to make a note for your Sagittarius. Along with Mercury entering Aries and moving through that retrograde, please note that that's going to influence you as well because it's your opposition sign. So there's some big stuff going on there. And let's not forget that Jupiter is going to be getting ready to make its transit out of Taurus and into Gemini. And that's going to play a big role for you too. That takes place in May, and that plays a big role because, again, excuse me, Jupiter is your ruling sign, is your ruling planet, excuse me. So that's a biggie for Sagittarius. Let's see what's in store. Sagittarius, during Pisces season, this is really about bringing more balance into your home. I speak of home as your body, your workplace, meaning your soul's work, and of course your home, your actual physical home, your shelter, bringing balance into all of it, bringing more balance and harmony into it. Definitely bringing harmony into your physical body. So this could be a really great time for you to transition into some physical activity, moving your body more, strengthening your body, making your back strong is what I'm hearing, making your knees stronger, getting some flexibility and stretching for your hips. I'm also hearing to move your fingers more. So any of you Sagittarius that are suffering with any type of stiffness in your hands, get your hands moving more. This is definitely a time to start moving through whatever type of muscular restrictions you may have right now. You Sagittarius. Let's see what card comes in. Transformation for our Sagittarius. There's definitely a big transformation that's going to be coming through. This is definitely about moving forward. Remember, Sagittarius on the whole is about higher wisdom. It's about truth telling. It's about traveling. So yes, you may very well be traveling to visit family members. You may very well be traveling for work as well. There's definitely a transformation coming through with work. So pay attention with that, is what I just heard. That 1 and 8 reduces to 9, which is about an ending, a completion, and a letting it go. So for you Sagittarius, this is something big for you coming through. Do not fear, do not worry, do not get into a space of paranoia, do not get into a space of like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? Know that everything's going to be fine. This is definitely relating to work. Your 9 to 5, as I hear it, is coming to an end. Your 9 to 5, as I hear it, is coming to an end. This is about march forward and heal. Do not get caught up in your fears. Do not get caught up in your lifestyle that you have. Your lifestyle is going to be able to sustain because there's something else that's coming through. Another door is going to open that's going to tap you into your soul's work that you're here to actually do. So that 9 energy is trusting your higher wisdom. Trusting. Speak to spirit during the season is what I just heard. So I love that for our Sagittarius. So there's a lot going on for Sag. We move into our Capricorn. So remember, Capricorns, that there will be a time in November when Pluto is going to backspin back into your sign. And that basically will just be a time where whatever has not been transformed and transmuted and released and destroyed for you Capricorns, that's when that energy is going to come through. So again, for everybody who has Capricorn placement, remember Capricorn placement is your 10th house. So this is not just for those who carry Sun, Moon, and Ascending in Cancer. In Capricorn. This is for all of us. So take a look at your natal chart and see where you have Capricorn sitting and what's in your 10th house. Because when Pluto begins its backspin into Capricorn, which takes place during the election, is when this is going to take place. But for right now, for you Capricorns, this really is about your spirit communication. This is about what you're learning about yourself during Pisces season. So let's see what you're learning about yourself. How are you learning to speak up? How are you learning to be more open to learning about you? Remember, to learn about you, you must be willing to go through some healing. You know, that's the only way we learn about ourselves, is going through the healing. And I want to apologize ahead of time. I see that we're just about 59 minutes in, so I will be going a little over. So my apologies for that. All right, let's see what's in store for our Capricorns. One more shuffle. Forgiveness. That's an interesting one for our Capricorns. Forgiveness. Remember that before we even look to forgive others, we must learn to forgive ourselves. There's always a forgiveness plan for ourselves. So this is a perfect time to sit, connect with Archangel Michael, connect with Archangel Raphael to help you in that process of letting go of whatever it is you hold on to, and begin to forgive yourself. Tap into your crown chakra, which allows you that connection. That double 9 is really about learning to let go, release, and renew, and transform, so you can move into forgiveness. That's our Capricorn card. Love that. All right, we move into our Aquarius. This is about your relationships, your partnerships, the vision you hold, and making sure during this Pisces season that you are connecting with people that are going to support you on this journey, that's going to root you on, pull their pom-poms out, and cheer you on whatever it is you're going to do. This is definitely about connecting with groups, finding your tribe, collaborating, marketing, being out there. This is about being seen and heard. Let's see what's in store for our Aquarius. One more shuffle. There we go. Aquarius is about patience. So yes, because we do have all this connections going on, the collaborating and partnerships, patience. And again, like I want to remind you, right now Venus is in Aquarius, which is not the place it likes to be. So this is not definitely a time for finding your soulmate, but it's definitely a time for collaboration. And I speak about this in my article that I've written in your Success magazine, that this is a great time for collaborations. You do need to be patient though, because the things that you may be looking to collaborate may take a little time to get going. But once Venus enters Pisces on March 11th, you'll start to definitely see things start to flow more. That 4 energy is a big reminder that March 4th is definitely your day to start marching forward. One foot in front of the other so you can begin the healing process. I love that. I love that. I'm glad that you'll pass that on to your daughter. Thank you, Anne. So that is the card for Aquarius, dropping into your heart for the matters of the heart. Falling into the heart for the matters of the heart. This is also about being patient with home, patient with work, patient with your own body. Because again, anytime there's anything going on that throws us off balance, our emotions are going to flare up, and that may very well create physical symptoms to show up as well. So patience, patience, patience. Last but not least, to our Pisces people, happy birthday to all my Pisces out there. Wow, I know a lot of Pisces people. Wishing you all a happy birthday, including myself. This is definitely a rebirth, new opportunities, new doors opening, rejuvenation, new. Marching forward, what's in store for our Pisces. This is a very magical period of time that, again, keeping in mind, we will have Venus and Mars all in Pisces. Not when the sun, Venus will be in Pisces when the sun is still there. So we will still have, for a few days, we will have Venus, Mercury, and the sun playing together in Pisces. And then eventually over time, Mercury will move out and then Mars will move in, but the sun will also be moving out as well. So there is a lot going on in Pisces as well. So let's see what's in store for our Pisces. What do they need to know based on their birthday month? They're renewing. Where will they be marching forward on, and how will they heal? Here's our card. Change. Change. Change for our Pisces. And that makes sense. Lots of changes coming in. For you Pisces out there, remember you are the most intuitive sign there is. You do hold all 12 zodiac signs energy within you. Massive changes coming in through the way you communicate, through the way you teach, through the way you learn, through the way you listen. Also be mindful that your spiritual gifts are expanding. So pay attention to that. Remember, you do have Saturn and Saturn and Neptune sitting in your sign. So there's some big expansions coming through. Keep your boundaries flowing. Make sure you have boundaries. And that Neptune energy is about your spiritual wisdom that's coming through. That 5 is reminding you that there is change coming in, massive change. Be courageous enough to make the changes. Also the unpredictability. Be open to the spontaneousness, the surprises that show up for you as well. Love that for our Pisces. So there you have it. This is going to be a fun month for everybody. Again, the entire month of March carries a vibration of the 11. We are all being master healers during this month. Focus on whatever it is you need to heal. Remember to march forward and heal. You must put one foot in front of the other to heal, heal, heal. Should you have questions, comments, you want to receive a self-growth discovery session, a card reading, or anything else, email healingwithin76@gmail.com. For those of you who are watching on Facebook, feel free to leave your comments there. Everybody, thank you so much for spending your time with me this evening, and I look forward to coming back and sharing more with you about all the energies that's going to be coming through as we start things flowing. Do keep in mind that the next 2 weeks are going to be quite interesting because we are going to have some transitions coming through with, again, Venus entering Pisces on March 11th, Mars entering Pisces on March 22nd. We have Mercury entering Aries on March 9th. So there's a lot of transitioning happening through. And as I always say, anytime we have a lot going on in a short period of time, such as the 9th, 10th, and the 11th, a lot of energy going on in a short period of time during the super new moon. So pace yourself, but keep moving forward. Again, I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Colon, the founder of Holistic Fitness New York. So excited to be here with you. Until next time, thank you again for all being with me. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye-bye for now.